Shawnee Mission gives students a chance to explore more than a dozen different signature programs. We'll show you what happens when some of the district's top math minds go head-to-head in a computation competition. Plus, Westridge Middle School's gym becomes a ballroom as students show off some fancy footwork. And stop the presses, I get a chance to shadow in the district's print shop. All on this episode of Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. Welcome to Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. I'm your host, Leanne Neal. Engineering, legal studies, fashion design, and small engine repair are just a few of the areas of specialized study offered by the district's signature programs. Courses of study focused on fields such as medicine and biotechnology give students an opportunity to explore an interest or get a head start on a potential career, as students learned at the first Signature Program Summit.
There are a lot of 8th grade students and parents who know we have signature programs, but don't know a whole lot about each one of them, what they have to offer. This gives them a chance to come to one place, one evening, and get to know more about at least 4 of the programs that might be of interest to them.
The summit brought representatives from Shawnee Mission's various signature programs together at Broadmoor Technical Center to talk about what they each offer. For example, Shawnee Mission South's Project Lead the Way.
If you want to be an engineer, if you're considering being an engineer, this is going to give you that heads-up advantage. You get used to solving engineering problems. You can also earn college credit for being a part of this program.
Over the course of the evening, prospective students and parents had an opportunity to attend 4 presentations, such as legal studies at Shawnee Mission East.
Basic legal literacy, words and terms, and I'm finding that the kids are coming into class saying, hey, I heard this on TV and this is what we were talking about in class. So I know they're picking some of this stuff up.
He makes it really fun, The amendment stuff, I thought that would be really boring, but he actually makes it really fun, and it's easy to understand. You don't have to memorize it. It basically clicks in.
John McKinney, who helped design the legal studies curriculum, says as far as he knows, it is the only high school program like it in the country. He says all of the district signature programs are a great opportunity for students to potentially save time and money.
College has become so expensive that it used to be that you could sort of get into college and take your introductory classes, and there was this thing called undeclared, which you weren't quite decided on what you were going to do yet, and usually by your junior year you sort of had an idea of, well, now I really want to concentrate on this, or you've got all the basics out of the way and you really want to kind of focus in on one area of study. But today that sort of decision period could cost you a lot of money.
Students currently enrolled in signature programs say it has helped them make up their minds.
I really enjoy doing this stuff like right here, because even though it's like a lot of stuff, you gotta think hard about it. It's just the final project, it's just awesome to look at.
Any Shawnee Mission student is eligible to apply for transfer to the high school offering a signature program of interest. Broadmoor Technical Center programs, such as small engine repair, are part-time and don't require a school transfer.
We really get all kinds of students there. Anybody that's interested in working with their hands, working with mechanical devices, all that kind of stuff is the kind of student that we attract.
Small engine repair is one of 9 different areas of specialized study offered at Broadmoor. Another is fashion design and construction.
Once we learn flat pattern drafting, then you'll be able to construct an original garment. And if you'll look over on that side of the room, you'll see the green jacket that Stacy created last year. Her design drawing is off to the right, and she perfected that drawing, created the pattern pieces for it, and constructed the half-scale green jacket. She liked it so well that she decided to create it in full scale, and so that's what you'll see in the black and white on the mannequin.
Organizers say this first Signature Summit was a success, and they're already making plans for next time.
Everyone seems to be very excited about the participation. The numbers have been pretty good for the first summit. We look forward to doing this again in the future and see those numbers grow.
You can find more information about the district signature programs on our website under the Students tab. Can you imagine a gym packed with elementary students eager to stay after school to do math? Up next, we'll show you how it adds up to an afternoon of fun.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Slocum and I am a 5th grader at Rhine-Benninghoven Elementary School. I read the book Drita, My Homegirl by Jenny Lombard. Drita is a girl who moves from Kavosa and has trouble making friends because her country is in a war. There are some interesting things that happen in this book, like one time these girls were being mean to her and she accidentally got in a fight and one of her new friends stood up for her. To find out the other interesting things that happen in this book, read the book. I rate this book 3 out of 5 stars because it's a funny and interesting book.
Welcome back. Quickly, what's the product of 30 and 3? Upon what day of the week will March 15th fall? If these questions seem easy, mathletics may just be your sport.
Time is up. Please hold your answer sheet in the air.
The math competitions held across the district give teams of students an opportunity for head-to-head and calculator-to-calculator problem solving.
The kids who are really top performers in math get a chance to kind of show their skills and compete with other schools. It's really fun.
On this afternoon, Principal Susan Knight is hosting an elementary division meet at Westwood View for mathletes from her school, Highlands, Prairie, and Roseland Elementaries. As it turns out, Principal Knight has a special stake in the contest.
I kind of like to keep my hand in on the kids, and so I coach the 2 5th grade teams, and we meet once a week, and it's kind of a math extension for them, and we do lots more than mathletics, but we also do kind of concentrate on some mathletics problems and practice, and they just enjoy coming, and I enjoy working with them.
Westwood View's mathletics coordinator, Melissa Freeman, says today's meet is part of a series.
We have one in November, one in December, and one in either September or October, depending on the holidays. And then again in January, February, and the last regionals competition is in March.
Each mathletics contest consists of teams of 3 working under time deadlines to solve a series of math challenges. With play underway, Principal Knight directed us to a team of her 5th graders, Emily, Natalie, and Jack.
Problem 14 is a 3-minute, 3-point question. You may begin. I love it when the kids get the right answer and you hear them go, yes! It's just really exciting to watch that. The answer to problem 14 for both 4th, 5th, 6th, and pre-algebra was Bill 16, Doug 40, Harold 55, Nick 20, and Pete 5. The kids really get into it, and there's a lot of competition, and they're competitive, and they're excited about it, and they have fun. Problem 15 is a 1-minute, 1-point question. You may begin.
Okay, 26 times 15. 26 times 15. 355. I know. Wait, 355. You just, whatever answer that equals, and you minus 35, and gives you the answer. What is that? What's 425 minus 35? 425 minus 35. 355. 5 minus 35. 400.
You have 10 seconds.
I can't even be 400. It's not 400. Wait, how'd you guys get that? If it's 300. You do that, and you minus that.
If we come up with 2 different answers, we usually check both of them, and then the right answer we put down. Yeah. We check a lot.
On problem 15 was 425.
There seemed to be more agreement among teammates over the kind of mathletics problem they'd like to create.
I'd probably do one of the word problems.
Yeah, me too. I love those ones. Make it a little more complicated. Hard for people to solve. Jack?
Probably the same.
After the scores were totaled, Principal Knight was happy to see that each school had teams that placed, including one close to her heart.
And in first place, we have Team 542 from Westwood View.
As Natalie, Emily, and Jack celebrate their win, Principal Knight sees a bigger purpose behind mathletics.
I think there's a lot more motivation for math, and the other thing is, over the years that I've been a principal, I see a lot more girls involved, and I think that's always really healthy. And by the time they get to 7th and 8th grade, they're more interested in math, and they kind of see that math can be fun.
Stay tuned. When we return, one of the world's most famous dance troupes works with Shawnee Mission South's drill and color guard teams.
Hi, my name is Jillian O'Brien. I'm a 6th grader at Child Elementary. The book I read was One-Handed Catch by M.J. Osh. World War I has just ended and everyone is getting back to normal, except for Norman. He loses his hand in his father's butcher shop. Now with only one hand, he has to learn to do things like sharpening pencils and tying his shoes. He will have to work 10 times harder to fulfill his dreams of playing Major League Baseball and drawing cars. Will he fulfill his dreams? Read this book to find out. I give this 5 stars because it is fun to read about how he learns to do things with one hand. I think you will also like this book even if you do not like sports.
Basketball, tennis, and track are 3 examples of sports that nearly every gym student gets to try. Now students at Westridge Middle School can add another sport to the list: ballroom dancing. Recently, gym class at Westridge looked more like a scene out of Dancing with the Stars. For a week, professional dancers from Louie and Company taught students the basics of ballroom, starting with a little etiquette.
Gentlemen, this is important now. That's why I'm calling you gentlemen, because you get to introduce yourself to your dance partner. It's called etiquette, and ask your lady to dance. For example, I would say, "Hi, my name is Brandon. Would you like to dance with me?"
The idea is to go in school and to show them what dancing can do for them, and that can be absolutely, there are so many things they can get through it. The first thing that they can get is to get a better rhythm in life and better rhythm in sports.
With partners in place, everyone, including the gym teachers, took time to practice the basic swing dance step.
Side, side, rock step, side, side, rock step, side, side, rock steps.
Up next, dance instructor Brandon demonstrates the turn.
The turn. It's a beautiful thing. Okay.
After everyone has had a chance to practice, Brandon turns things up a notch with the pretzel.
Side, side, rock step, turn her around, go behind her back, and turn her around.
Although it proved to be too tricky a maneuver for some, other students were quickly pretzel pros.
Right, all right, all right, all right. All right.
The lessons at Westridge gave students a taste of a youth ballroom program that Brandon leads, called Step In, Step Out.
Stop. The kids step into this program, and obviously they're going to learn the dance steps, but also they're stepping out with a lot more. They're stepping out with a lot of life skills, like self-discipline, self-esteem, because anytime you do something difficult, especially dance, you're going to get self-esteem because you're accomplishing something that's very difficult.
We were doing salsa moves, and it was kind of easy at first. And then it kind of gets hard after a while when the music goes fast.
It's fun, and it makes it like more flexible, and you can do more stuff.
Brandon says the best part for him is seeing his students acquire more than just the steps.
You see them learning this very difficult dance, and you think, wow, that's very impressive. But you see their enthusiasm. You see them getting excited about something. You see them cooperating, having teamwork with their peers, and just leaving a better individual. It's so rewarding for me to see that as a teacher, and that's probably why I keep doing it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My pleasure.
For more information on Step In, Step Out, contact Louie and Company Dance Studio. From ballroom dancing to the bright lights of Broadway, students at Shawnee Mission South recently had an opportunity to meet some dancing feet fresh from the Great White Way. 6 of Radio City Music Hall's Rockettes stopped by to work with members of the Raiders drill and color guard teams. The Rockettes first taught the students the line march from the Parade of the Wooden Soldiers, which is featured in the Radio City Christmas Spectacular. Although the Rockettes made it look easy, the students quickly learned that performing such precision moves can be tricky.
Anything can happen. You've got to really be focused and paying attention.
Next, the dancers demonstrated walking in a circle formation. After a few practices and some extra coaching, the Raiders successfully completed a 360. Then the group finished the session out in style by performing some of the Rockettes' signature eye high kicks.
You're going to come down, you're going to come together. One, go eye high, which means the tip of your toe to the tip of your eye.
Up next, we move on to some pressing matters as the Shadow visits the district's print shop.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Taylor.
And we're
sixth graders from Brookwood Elementary.
We read the book Hattie Big Sky by Kirby Larson.
Hattie Big Sky is one of the Newbery Honor Medal books in 2007.
Hattie is a 16-year-old girl who lives with her Aunt Ivy and Uncle Holt in Arlington, Iowa.
When her Uncle Chester died, he gave his claim of land in Vida, Montana to her.
Homesteading land in Montana meant that Hattie had to do 4 things.
1, move to her uncle's farm 4 miles north and west of Vida. 2, farm 40 of the 320 acres.
3, set 480 rods of fence around the property. And 4, pay $37.75 for the final fee.
All within 10 months.
Hattie takes the challenge. She learns how to live on the farm while taking care of the things around her.
During the story, Hattie receives letters from her friend Charlie, who's over in France fighting for the Americans during World War I. Charlie's letters provide friendship and company for her.
Hattie Big Sky is a wonderful book about the meaning of home and friends.
You will love it, and you'll especially love the surprising ending. We rate this book 4 out of 5 stars.
Welcome back. As you might imagine, the school district has a lot of information to get out each year, and it's a job we could never do without the dedicated professionals in our print shop. With 9 employees to cover the print needs of the entire district, the print shop is always humming.
How much paper do you think you order within a year, utilize?
This here is our standard house 60-pound opaque offset sheet. This is the high school planning guide. We also produce all the high school newspapers with this. Basically, you know, it's our biggest thing that we use. We average probably about 2.4 million of these 17.5 by 22.5 inch sheets. Let's go back this way and see Brian.
I want to see what you're doing up there. So that controls your ink flow?
Yeah.
And this is called the large press?
Yeah.
In this run, the print shop will make more than 16,000 copies of the high school curriculum guide. And after each large page comes off the big press, it moves on to the cutter.
So how many sheets do you have there that you're cutting?
Right here?
Yeah.
About 500. Yep, that's about 500.
That is a slick machine.
Yeah.
Why don't you show us what you do?
Yeah. This is the mag cut, what I'm cutting now. I can go to another screen. Mag is short for magazine, so. And all these here are different programs all the way through. I can get to them, just go straight on down the list. Then it automatically goes to the next page.
Okay, so do you do, like for some things that you do over and over again, can you preset?
Yeah.
Like say for an agenda or something like that, you can preset that and then always have that
one in there called agenda.
to go in.
See, right here we got agenda right there.
Okay.
You push it right there and up comes agenda.
And so it tells you all the different settings, you just get your pages and it cuts it for you.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
It is.
After seeing Willie demonstrate it, I couldn't resist jumping in to try the cutter myself.
All you gotta do is push that pedal.
Oh, okay. And then put my fingers here. Do I push first and then press?
Pedal first.
Okay.
Now just push buttons. back to the next cut.
Wow, that is neat.
Right back here is where our old camera used to be. And our dark room.
Oh my gosh.
And they're totally digital now. There's no more film, no more chemicals. It's unbelievable.
And that's what the industry is really going to, correct?
This last 10 years in the printing industry is, I mean, with the advent of the digital age, it's changed more than any other business I can think of. So here is the steps up to the pre-press area.
Okay, and you said we have 2 people?
Yeah.
That work up here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll follow you.
All right.
Okay, well we saw downstairs where they've taken out all of the old camera, dark room, stripping equipment. So tell us, how does that get done now?
Basically, it all happens up here. We'll get files in from all the high schools, any department in the district, and
so they send them to you as electronic files now?
Electronic files, usually PDFs or InDesign documents, something like that.
Okay.
And this has become my stripping table. This is the InDesign. I'm using it as a imposition, so to speak.
Okay.
And these are like 4 pages up here.
And this eventually will end up being what size publication?
This will end up being 8.5 by 11 finished size.
Okay.
Or some of them are 8 by 11 finished size, but these are for the high schools, magazines, and
Okay.
for the newspapers. And this happens to be Shawnee Mission North right here. Then I'll resave it again as a PDF. And then I drop it in something called TrueFlow, which sends it over to the plate maker. And it burns the plate electronically. There's no more film, stripping the negatives down, none of the chemicals or anything like that. Now they go directly to the plate and they develop up on the presses.
What's the best thing about working in the print shop?
To me, it's working with the kids and making people happy, and especially with this new stuff. But I learn something new every day. I feel like I come in here and I always learn something new, especially with this new technology and stuff we do. It makes me happy.
If you were going to name one of the largest challenges, is it just the scheduling of all the jobs?
You never know when the phone's going to ring or you're going to get an email where somebody needs something, and we want to try to be there here for those people. But our favorite customers are probably the ones that do plan ahead. But I know how things
That's not
go.
always us, but,
but
we try.
It's part of being in the printing business. And if you don't get it done when somebody needs it, then you might as well not even have started it. So we try to be cognizant of that and get stuff done in a timely fashion. It's a great place to work, and I feel like we're here just doing good work for other good people, and that's our goal, is to provide a service for people in the district. And since we only charge for the supplies that we use, it's a pretty good deal. But that wouldn't be an overriding factor if we didn't produce quality work too.
Thanks to Steve and his crew at the print shop for pressing me into service and showing me the ropes. That's all the time we have for this episode of Spotlight on Shawnee Mission. Join us again as we continue to feature the programs and people of Shawnee Mission who are helping guide students to success. Thank you for watching.